And then I look up, I'm in my late 20s, realizing that I was nowhere close to be married. And you just have to ask yourself the question, where did I drop the ball? And in reflecting, I realized that I did not do the work to become a wife. Hey YouTube, it is Chantel, and this is an opportunity for us to have an uncomfortable conversation, y'all. It is going to be an emotional conversation. I have shared my experience with the feminist movement about 1,000,006 times on my channel. And today, I'm going to make it 1,000,007 in hopes that someone will hear my story, listen to my experiences, and not repeat my mistakes. Now, I understand that not everyone wants to be a wife, not everyone wants to be a mother and have marriage and kids and all of that, and that is absolutely fine. This video is specifically for young women, young girls who want a particular outcome in life and who don't have the proper guidance on how to get it. If you have not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. My goal is 50K by my birthday, July 24th. Birthdays come with a lot of reflection, a lot of questioning certain decisions we've made, questioning if life could have been differently, looking at our life and seeing if we're happy with our outcomes. And it's unfortunate to say that looking back on my 20s, I wasted a lot of time blindly following the feminist movement narrative. Now, I wouldn't have necessarily said that I was a feminist. However, I was told a lot of the talking points growing up. I adopted a lot of the thinking that my education and my career should be top priority. I should not focus on boys. My books are all that matters in life. And I was told that, if you have a good education, that's the key to success. Like, no one can take it away from you. A good education will make you feel fulfilled, and life will be perfect. Like, the answers to all your issues would be a good education. It's not until my late 20s I realized that, okay, that's incorrect. Family is actually what's important to me. Family is what will make my life feel more fulfilled. And in reflecting, in looking back on my life and looking back on everything that I did in my life, I realized that it was a setup for me to get the complete opposite of what I want. Because it only makes logical sense. If I want to be a wife, if I want to be a mom, it would only make logical sense for me to prioritize becoming a wife, learning the skills, being trained on how to be a wife, and then being trained on how to vet, how to date, how to not waste time. And looking back on my 20s, I wasted a lot of time because of that narrative, because of the feminist movement telling me you have a lot of time, family can come later, just focus on your career. But by nature, our clock starts ticking at 30. So if I'm spending my 20s focusing on my career and not prioritizing becoming a wife and a mom, at what point should I then start prioritizing that, especially knowing that my clock starts ticking? High risk pregnancy starts at 35. And I know a lot of people will watch this video, a lot of men will watch this video and say, how could you not know? How could you just blindly follow a movement? You should have had common sense. But when you are surrounded in your echo chamber and you're getting a certain advice, you're getting a specific advice from everybody, from your parents, from your aunts, grandparents, church, school, the media. Everything is telling you to prioritize your education, prioritize your career. That's where you find success in life. Why, as a child, would you question those talking points? Why would you question those narratives? It's the same reason why we tend to have the same religion and political views as our parents, because that's the echo chamber. That's what we're told. That's what we're taught. And MTR did a great explanation of this. For those of you guys who are still confused, MTR explained this like, let's just hear what MTR had to say.
There is a myriad of images, visual, audio, that are pushed into our eyes that may be unbeknownst to you, that forms your nurturing, forms how you developed, more so if you don't have a sound family or structured of an environment to guide your decisions.
I did not have that family foundation to guide my decision. I said the only advice I was given about dating and relationship was to focus on your books. Don't focus on boys, because boys are a distraction. I was indirectly told that boys are the enemy, right? Because if my education and my career is the key to success, and focusing on a boy will distract me from my key to success, then focusing on boys would be an unsuccessful life, right? No, I don't want anybody to hear this message and interpret this as me telling you to not go to school or not have a career. What I'm saying is, if you know you want a specific thing out of life, if you can say at 40, I want to be married, I want 3 kids, and I want a nice career, understand that you're going to have to learn how to be a good mom too. We put way too much emphasis on that career and not enough on the learning how to be in a relationship, learning the skills of what it takes to work with the opposite sex. Many of us, myself included, didn't even have a dad in the household, so I didn't even see that dynamic. I was 100% lost at what do I do with a man? What do I bring to the table, and what should I expect from a man? And yes, looking back at 20, I knew that I wanted that family, and I wanted that good career, and I just wanted that picket fence life. But then I only focused on one aspect of it. I only focused on the career side of it. And then I look up, I'm in my late 20s, realizing that I was nowhere close to be married. And you just have to ask yourself the question, where did I drop the ball? And in reflecting, I realized that I did not do the work to become a wife. I did not even put myself in places to meet someone, to meet a potential spouse. I wasted a lot of time in my 20s in relationships that I know that didn't have a future, because I was not intentional. Because I was told to only be intentional in my career, be intentional in my education, be driven in those things, but be so nonchalant when it comes to dating and relationships. So if I could go back and do things differently, of course I would definitely still go to school and I would still get my education. But while doing that, I would have prioritized not only becoming qualified, learning what it takes to be a wife, but then also putting myself in places to be found by my husband. We treat marriage and we treat families just so nonchalant, like it's something that's just going to come. We work hard and we grind and we're intentional and persistent when it comes to our education and our career. But when it comes to our husband and family, we're just thinking that, oh, it's just going to happen. I always say I don't give advice. I just share my story and allow you to draw your conclusions, allow you to look at me as an example. I don't have the answers. I 100% don't have the answers. I don't know what works, but I know what does not work. And it doesn't make any logical sense that if you want a family, if you want to be a wife, if you want to be a mom, it doesn't make any logical sense to put that on the back burner until you're ready for it. You can simultaneously go to school and get your education while learning how to become a wife, while learning how to be a mom. Hopefully this video kind of bring a perspective. Like, my goal is to just balance the narrative, because if I had channels like this, shout out to MTR, if I had channels like MTR, rest in peace Kevin Samuels, you know, if I had people who can present an alternative perspective to the whole go to school, get your education, I don't think my life would have been where it is at now. I have regrets, but it's not regrets where it's like, oh my gosh, like some people say it's not too late for me, but I think it would be a huge disservice if I made my mistakes and I'm not happy with my results and not warn or advise or tell younger girls like, hey, this is what I did and it didn't work out in my favor. And there are a lot of women out there who can relate to my story. You know, there are a lot of women who can relate to, they went to school and they're super successful in their career, but when in their dating life, it's like nothing, right? It's a sense of frustration, because you were promised. It's almost like you were promised that if you go to school and get your education, you're going to find a good man, as if education is a repellent to a waste man. So it's like you kind of pissed off, because it's like, where is my man? I was promised if I study and don't focus on boys, when the time come, I was going to find my husband. I was going to have a good man. Now where the hell is my man? So it's a sense of frustration. I understand. And it takes a lot of moving your pride aside. It takes a lot of humility to admit that, yo, wait, that was a lie. Any woman out there who can relate to my experiences, anybody who can relate to my stories, reach out to me, and who are willing to share their story, reach out to me. I want to bring you on to my show so we can help break this narrative in the community, so we can help break this talking points of just blindly following the feminist movement and not getting our results. Again, it's Chantel. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully by me sharing my story and experience, I can help with at least one person who is about to start college, or who is at that crossroad and is about to go back to school. Hopefully this will encourage you to go out, put yourself out there, learn the necessary skills needed to be qualified to be a wife, and learn to vet. That's the biggest thing. Learn to vet. Live life with intention. If you know you want to be married and you want to be a mom, and if you know you don't want to pay significant bills after pregnancy, shout out to Kevin Samuels, then logically it doesn't make sense for you to put all of that attention and energy in school and little to none in dating and relationship. Hopefully you guys pick something up from this video. I feel like I was all over the place a bit, but hopefully this video hopefully this was a good video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, if you haven't liked already, go ahead and like the video and hit the subscribe button to help me get to 50K by my birthday, July 24th. Share this video with someone who you think can benefit from a conversation. I mean, I can't do much. I'm not an expert. I don't give relationship advice. I am not a coach. All I can do is share my story, y'all. All I can do is share my experiences and hope that somebody does not repeat my mistake. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.